And a Happy New Year, except this will probably go up after New Year. Whatever. She fucking kills me. Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Just Shauna here to talk about some friggin' books. And I hope this is going to be very fast. Number one, because I just recorded my stats, 2022 stats video that is going to be so fucking long. And I'm kind of done talking, but I wanted to film a couple other videos. So here we fucking are. But this is just a few books that I have read recently. And most of them are Lady Hardcastle books, so that's why I think this should be quick. And they're all kind of, samesies. It's kind of why I like these. They're, I know what to expect with them. Nothing crazy, but like a cute, fun, funny time and a little bit of mystery and character development and whatnot. So yeah, first I read Death Around the Bend by T.E. Kinsey. This is number 3 in the Lady Hardcastle series. And I did listen to this on audiobook from Audible. In this one, we are at a different country estate. A friend of Lady Hardcastle's who has racing cars and he's into racing. And someone dies while racing and the mystery is afoot. And we're all, it's everybody that's there, the servants and the guests, the other guests. Everyone is under scrutiny. It's, closed circle mystery situation, and I thought it was a fun time. I ended up giving it 4 stars. So, love that. Just more funny stuff that I always feel like sharing. Lady Hardcastle and Flo are talking, and again, these books are from Flo's perspective, her maid, lady's maid, who's her friend, her best friend. Flo is talking and blah, 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 and says, staff are always suspicious of strangers, but I've never known a brigade of servants who wouldn't welcome an extra pair of hands. A brigade, she said with a slight chuckle. Is that really the collective word for servants? Probably not, I conceded, but one does have a brigade de cuisine. It's probably staff or something mundane and downtrodden. An obsequience of servants, she suggested. A toadying? It'll be a revolution of servants one day, I said darkly. I don't doubt it for a moment, she said, but in the meantime, you're comfortable with the idea of... And then just continues. She fucking kills me. Down here. Oh, man. There you are, said Lady Hardcastle. Why are you carrying food? Have all the staff done a bunk? We wanted to lurk in the company of our betters, I said, such that we might try to lift ourselves above our humble origins by taking wisdom from their learned discourse. An earwig on the gossip. That too, my lady, I said. Sausage? No one's called me sausage for years, she said, almost wistfully. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, please. Shove them down over here, and I'll help myself in a moment. She was offering her sausage. But yeah, 4 stars, fun time, really enjoy, as per usual. And then I did break it up a bit with a book that was gifted to me for Christmas by the boyfriend, and that is Robber Girl by S.T. Gibson, the author of A Dowry of Blood. It's a novella. It says, save the witch, kill the snow queen. In a Sweden racked by a war and haunted by folk stories so dark they can only be spoken of in whispers, Helvig has been raised by her brigand father to steal whatever treasure catches her eye. When her men ambush a strange girl on the road with hair pale as death and a crow perched on her shoulder, Helvig cannot resist bringing home a truly unique prize, a genuine witch. Drawn irresistibly into the other woman's web, Helvig soon learns of Gerda's reason for walking the icy border roads alone. To find the queen who lives at the top of the world and kill her. Anyone else would be smart enough not to believe a children's story, but Helvig is plagued by enchantments of her own and struggles to guard the sins of her past while growing closer to the other woman. As Christmastide gives way to the thin-veiled days when ghosts are at their most vengeful, the 2 women will find themselves on a journey through forest and Samaland to final confrontation that will either redeem them or destroy them entirely. So yeah, it's a kind of retelling of the Snow Queen folktale, fairy tale, and it's sapphic, and I quite enjoyed it. I thought the writing was quite, the storytelling, I guess, was quite whimsical and whatnot, and I thought there was, for a novella especially, a fair amount of character development, which was nice. Good character arc. Because in the beginning, Helvig is kind of a spoiled brat, and just like, I want to keep her, talking about a human being, and her dad is like, she's a person. If she wants to leave, she can leave. And she's like, yeah, I guess you're right. she's desperate for like a friend, a girlfriend, but then also likes women and likes this particular woman, so has additional reason for wanting to keep her around. But yeah, I just really enjoyed their interactions with one another, and again, the character development, and I thought it was a fun story. It's a novella, so it's not some super complex plot, I guess. It is a lot of them kind of hanging around and kind of getting to know each other before action takes place. The action is over pretty quickly, but I didn't care. I didn't mind. I ended up giving this one 4 stars as well. Another really solid read. Yay, because I love it when I get a gift that I love. A gift of a book that I end up loving. Then I did have another DNF, my final DNF of the year, the 27th DNF of the year. The Art of Christmas by Matt Anderson. I read like the first chapter and that was all I could handle. I don't know, and I do feel if I read more of the book, I might find out. To me, I was reading him as very like autistic coded, if not outright autistic in the book. I don't know if it's stated if he is or not. If he's not, and it's never said in the book, I mean, he's very like autistic coded, I think, in my interpretation anyways. But like in a severe case as far as the social interaction element, like this dude was just in his own world and completely oblivious, but like also just so closed off and like impossible for him to say anything to this woman he'd been dating for like 10 months. And it was just like a whole thing. And then she was also annoying me too, though, because you've been dating this person for this long, and I get that you're frustrated by his actions, but like no conversation and no, it didn't seem like she had ever sat down to be like, hey man, the way you are sometimes really bothers me, like a lot. And I just need to know if this is just how you are or if it's something with me personally. Like, can we talk about this? Because how you are is not how like people typically are when they're in a relationship. We need to do something here and either end it or like talk this through and whatever. They had never had this kind of a conversation, but clearly needed to. And like, for me personally, that just does not compute. You can ask my boyfriend how I feel about open, frequent, honest, transparent communication. And even if I'm with someone who doesn't do that naturally and who might not like want to do that, like the current boyfriend, I will pull it out of you. No, we need to have this conversation. I have, as I've gotten older, like I think learned and still am learning, but I've gotten a lot better as far as like timing of these conversations. Like sometimes it's not the time. We'll pause for later, but like we are going to have the conversation within a couple days of me feeling like we need to have it. And like it seemed like they didn't. Like she was just like at this point like, oh fine, I guess this is how you're going to be, so I'm done. And I was just like, you're both irritating me a lot. I think I was more annoyed though that like she was not trying either, and they were just kind of flailing for 10 months, not really having any deep conversations, and she was never pressing the issue further. And then he was like, let's get married, and then was oblivious when she was like, no, actually, let's break up. And he just was like, what? Huh? And I just was like, I cannot. So yeah, 1 chapter is all I got of that. But then I did another audiobook of A Lady Hardcastle, and I did A Picture of Murder, book 4. This one was on Libro FM, actually. And yeah, it was a fun time. This one I didn't enjoy quite as much as Death Around the Bend. I did give it 3.75 stars. This one isn't, the other one was like a closed circle mystery, and I'm like, maybe I like those because that one was a little bit more like fun and exciting. But this one is cute and fun as well, as they always are, like I said. So yay, love that. And then there is a little novella installment, or really a short story. I think it's like 67 pages of A Lady Hardcastle, Christmas at the Grange. And this one isn't a murder, it's just a little mystery with, the other ones are murder mysteries. This one was a theft, a small theft at their friend's house that they were trying to solve while having Christmas parties with the villagers and friends and everything, and it was just a cute, fun time. And I did listen to this on Audible as well. And that one I gave 3.5 stars. Cute, fun, quick and easy. You know, I read it right around, I think on Christmas Day? Or maybe the day before? I don't know. At any rate, I enjoyed it. And there we go. I am in the middle of another one that I thought I would have finished, but I'm kind of just taking my time with it and honestly maybe gonna DNF it. It's the 27th today, though, and I probably will just read little bits of it here and there. I want to get to 50% before I decide, and I'm like, I might not get to 50% by the end of the year, so it might be the first DNF of next year. We'll see. Or the first finished book. Time will tell. And that is all. Yay. Quick and easy. Love that for me. The final recent reads of the year. A nice, quick one. Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined and have not already. Blah, blah, blah. Do the little notification bell if you really like my videos and don't want to miss any, because YouTube's stupid and sometimes doesn't put people's videos in your feed, apparently. Does that to me sometimes. And of course, just leave an emoji if you want to say hi. Let me know you're watching. Make your presence known, but don't have anything else to add. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day and a Happy New Year, except this will probably go up after New Year. Whatever. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.